All right, so we're gonna start on the mat. Good morning for core training. Have your band close by. I wanna start by doing a nice simple bridge so your ankles are under your knees. You're gonna be lifting your hips up and lowering them down. Make sure your shoulder blades are wrapped together so you're opening up your chest, shoulders, knuckles are on the floor, palms are up. You're gonna lift and lower, just activating those back muscles. Just lift and lower. Nice simple bridge, lift and lowering. Morning, Cindy. Morning, Jamie. Squeeze the glutes on the way up. Spread out your toes. You're gonna lift to squeeze. Again, opening up the hips. Morning, Julie. I see Lori. And squeezing your glutes. We're gonna go for 8 more. 7, 6, 5, last 4, last 3, 2, here's your last 1, and release. Hands are gonna support your head, however you wanna do that. I'm gonna get you to lift your shoulder blades off the ground, lift your chest towards the ceiling and lower down at the same time, alternate knee lifts. So a nice simple crunch to activate the abdominal muscles, lifting up and release. Squeeze, contract, and release. You have this for 1 minute. So nice and slow and controlled. Make sure I'm gonna remind you to modify anything I'm doing that your body's like, I don't like this, change it up, modify it, do something else, especially if you have an injury. For example, if you have any shoulder injury, neck injury, and it doesn't feel good to have the arms like this, you can cross them over. If it doesn't feel good to lift the upper body up, just focus on the lower body. So in order to work the muscle a lot, you want to think about it. You want to pay attention to it. You want to try to contract it as you're using it. So focus on the abs right now. Contract, we got 20 seconds left. Morning, Missy. Squeeze, contract, lift and lower. Lift and lower. Breathe out when you come up, warming those stomach muscles up. Last 4, last 3, 2, and 1. And a nice simple one we're gonna do is a pelvic tilt. So you're keeping your head on the ground, your arms on the ground. You're just pushing your low back into the floor, that curve of the low back, and then release it. Tilt it in and release. So this is a small movement. Your head's on the floor, your back's on the floor. You know how you have that natural curve of your back? You're gonna tuck it in, press it into the floor. Your hip bones come towards your rib cage and release. So put your hands on your stomach. You should be able to contract your abdominal muscles, your rectus abdominis, when you're doing that. Your rectus abdominis is that 8-pack, that 6-pack, depending on what's going on. Tilt and contract. Breathing. We're gonna go for 8 more. 7, 6, 5, last 4, last 3, 2, here's our last one, and then release. Now, soles of the feet together, we're going into our bridge butterfly bridge. So soles of the feet are together, then we're gonna lift our bum off the floor, and we're gonna be somewhat active with this. So I want you to just drop it down a little and squeeze and lift. So try to let those knees flop out as wide as they can. You're not letting the bum touch the ground at any point. You're just dropping the hips down, lifting them up, squeezing your bum. So again, if you want to see if you're activating those muscles, hands on your bum, check yourself out, and you should feel those muscles, those glute muscles, squeeze and contract. You're also getting your inner thigh here. So one of my favorite exercises, we're working our low back, our inner thigh, inner bum, and it's good for stretching out the hip. So this one's timed, keep it going, stay focused on it. Your toes are touching, heel of the foot's touching, ball of the foot, so both feet are just pushing against each other. Give me 30 seconds left for this. So I'll be going back and forth from glutes, hips, inner thigh to abs, giving each muscle a break while we're working the opposing muscle. 10 seconds left. 5 seconds left. And then release down, let the hips open up, let the knees flare out to the side. Just give it that little bit of a stretch, not too long. Now we're gonna bring your feet together, knees together, feet flat on the floor. Keep the thighs touching and lift up for a bridge again. So this time on your bridge, I want you to wrap your shoulder blades together a little bit more. Your thighs are touching. So I want to stay focused on those inner thighs. Thighs are touching, you're holding it up for a minute here, squeezing, contracting, hold it up. So your thighs are gonna wanna start separating, don't let them do that. I'm just gonna keep reminding you, feet together, thighs together, squeeze your bum, contract your bum. Megan, good squeeze. Keep it going, 30 seconds left. Keep holding it. I can feel my gong vibrating as I talk. There we go. Keep squeezing, keep contracting. You got 15 seconds left. Squeeze, keep the thighs together as much as you can. Then we're gonna get into some abdominal work. 10 seconds left. Hold it there. That's it, Nadine. 5 seconds. Slowly release the shoulder blades a little, create some separation, bring your bum down, tuck your knees into your chest to just stretch out that low back. And then we're gonna actively stretch the low back and work the abs. So keep the legs up, keep the knees tucked in, hands down by your side, reverse tuck, extend one leg down. Tuck it in, extend the other leg. So you're switching legs, you're extending the legs. If you have really long legs, you don't have to straighten it out all the way. Just do what works for you. If you only go halfway, it's all right. When you're doing that reverse crunch, you just want to bring that little tailbone and mid back or low back off the floor. So you're not doing a massive reverse crunch, and I don't want you slamming back down on the ground. Keep it nice and controlled. So head should be relaxed, shoulders should be relaxed. Focus is on the breath. You're looking straight up, so you're aligning your spine. So while you're doing this, for the next minute, I want you focused on contracting the abs. If you go too fast, it's hard to do that. Think of this whole time, squeeze your stomach muscles. Think about what you're working, be mindful of your movement. Say, Katie, breathe and contract the abs. I'm just gonna keep reminding you. That's it, Jamie, excellent. Get you guys up this morning, working out, good habit. Fantastic, keep it going, you're almost there. Looks good. Stay focused on the abs. We're gonna go for 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep those knees tucked in. And like I can read your mind, I feel like it's a great time for the 100 bicycles. I can just feel it that you want it, so we're doing it. So 100 bicycles, you have the option to go like this, which is a little bit easier, alternate leg, or leg up in the air, go like this. I'll remind you, if you get that hip rubbing that feels annoying, change the angle of your leg. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 80. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 90. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Stretch out your arms over your head. Lengthen the legs. Grab onto your band, your ankle band. You're going to put it around the knees. We're going to lie on our right side. And we're going to go into clams for the glute medius. Glute medius, top outside part of the bum. So you're gluing your feet together. Get tension on the band. So I kind of open my leg up a little. So there's tension. From there, you're going to lift and lower that leg. My left hand's on the ground in front. I'm not quite starting the time yet, just so some of you can get it together. Give you a little bit of time. So from this point on, 1 minute. Really want you focused on the left butt cheek. You're lying on your right side. Keep tension on the band. I'll keep reminding you of little form stuff. The other thing you want to watch that you're not doing is turning the hips and opening the hips. Keep them stacked, one on top of the other. And so your gluteus medius, the butt muscle we're working, is really awesome for helping to support the low back. So strengthening our glute medius, very, very important. Keep tension on the band. Form looks great. Nice. Well done. I don't know why, but this pose always makes me think of that Will Ferrell in Anchorman lying on the bearskin rug. If anybody remembers, where he's just like always. All right, keep it going. We're gonna give it another 15 seconds. It's been a minute. I can feel that you wanna go a little longer. 5 seconds left. And release. So we're gonna lie on our back before we go to the other side. I want you to we're gonna work the abs a little. So we're gonna do a reverse crunch and lift the upper body at the same time, and then just kick out the legs a little. And it's up to you how much you wanna extend the legs. So super advanced would be straightening the legs right out. If you have really long legs, that may not feel great. So find your extension. Lift up, extend out. I'm gonna remind you, I don't want you to upper body, I don't want you to crunch everything forward and round out your spine. Think of lifting. Upper body lifts up towards the ceiling as the knees come in. Kirsty, great form on that. So no crunching and folding, everything lifts. The elbows stay out to the side. Keep it nice and controlled, nice and slow. 15 seconds left for these ones. Breathe. Every once in a while, you want to take that nice deep breath in through the nose. Last 4, last 3, 2, last 1. Excellent. So we're lying on our left side for the clams now. You can prop yourself up on your forearm, or you can lie it all the way down, whatever you prefer, whatever's comfier for you. Feet together, starting to lift that foot, or lift the knee, sorry, not the foot. Keep the foot glued down. Maintaining tension on the band. Keep your shoulders relaxed. It's easy to kind of shrug and tighten up the shoulders here. I went skate skiing last night, so my bum's like, what's going on? It's feeling it, it's telling me to back off. Can't back off your bum though. All right, 40 seconds, so really 30, I wanna do that little extra, so we're gonna keep going, squeeze the bum, you're focused on that right butt cheek, getting into the glute medius, you're also getting a little bit of your gluteus maximus, maxing the bum. Keep it going, almost there. Ten seconds left. Good multitasking, Danielle. You parenting and continuing the exercise. Nice. Last two. Last one. Excellent. So lying on the back. Lying on the back. We're going to go back to those abdominal exercises. So I'm going to get you to lift the band up and put it either on your ankle or shin. Your head's going to be down and I want to get some resistance for the band. So figure out what's going on with your, like it depends how tight your band is. If it's super tight, bring it up higher. But we want to have one leg up in the air and one leg lowering. Mine's pretty tight, so it won't go very far. So that's move number one. So again, if your band's really tight, you can kind of have it higher up. If you have a loose band, if it's a little bit more beginner, you can have it around your ankle. But you want to keep one leg straight up in the air and you're pressing against the band, hovering that leg over the floor, one at a time. Now, this is your base move. I'm going to make it a little bit more difficult from here if you want to. When your leg comes up, you can add that little reverse crunch where both legs are up and you're lifting the bum off the floor. That's an option to activate the stomach muscles a little bit more. Now, if you want to make it harder yet again, lift your shoulder blades off the floor and hold it there. So you keep your shoulder blades off the floor as long as you can. So you do what you can do. Make sure you're breathing. Legs are as straight as you can get them because I do want to get that little stretch behind the knee. So work on lengthening the legs as opposed to bending them. You can always bring it to your base move. 30 seconds left for the abs. Last 4, last 3, 2, 1. Excellent. We're going into our 100 bicycles again. If you want to make them a lot more advanced, you can put the band around your feet. Otherwise, you could just keep it tucked around your knee, which is the next best thing, basically. So depending on what kind of band you have, how you want to push yourself today, it's either just slightly above the knees or around the feet. Are we ready? Your version, just a reminder, you can have your feet on the floor and do an alternate lift and do half of what we're doing. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. Turn. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 80. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 90. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 100. So before we flip over, your feet are down, we're in bridge position. You're gonna put your band around just above your knees. Band just above the knees. Lift your hips up for bridge. Open your feet like shoulder width apart, a little bit wider. And then we're gonna open and close the legs. So it's a double leg clam in bridge. It's easy for your feet to want to come off the floor here. So try to keep your feet grounded. And again, open your feet so they're shoulder width or a little bit wider. I like a little bit wider. and you want to open and close. So I love this exercise because you're working a lot of your butt muscles, all three of them. So you got 3 muscles in the butt. You're engaging all 3 here, keeping your feet down, opening those legs as wide as they go without lifting the feet off the ground. Keep it going. 30 seconds left for these, and then we're going to be turning around and getting into table. Nice job, 10 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. So you're going to tilt to one side, roll over until you get to table position, getting into the glutes and abs. So we're going to be working some plank, and we're going to work with glutes. So we're going to start off with the glutes first. The band's still in the same spot, maybe tucked under the knee a little bit more. Lift up your right leg, and we're just going to lift and lower the right leg, keeping a 90-degree angle. Keep your legs wide apart. Squeeze your right butt cheek. Lift the heel towards the ceiling. So you want to try to lift the knee so it's lined up with your right hip, but it's not lifting so high that you're turning your hip. All right, keep it going. Looks good. Now just be mindful of your hands right now that you don't have too much pressure on one side versus the other. Equal pressure between both your hands. Relax your shoulders. Your gaze is between your thumbs, and let's work the muscles in the back of the neck. Don't let your head drop and droop down. That's it, 25 seconds left. Nice deep breathing here. 5 seconds left. And release. We're gonna hold a plank on your knees or your toes. So you're on your knees or lifting up on your toes. If you want to advance the plank a little, rock forward and backwards. So you're rocking forward onto your tippy toes. All right, so find your plank. Let's hold 1 minute. So gravity's trying to pull down on your stomach. You're pulling your stomach muscles in. So you're working your transverse abdominis now. So I want you to just really focus and mindful about this. Not letting the belly drop, pull it in, work those muscles, and avoid holding the breath in. Really great form I'm seeing, fantastic. And again, feel free to kind of rock forward and back if you want to challenge yourself. If you're on your knees, you can shift your hips from side to side if you want a bit of a challenge. And this is a really good time to work the muscles in the back of the neck, not letting the head just fall down. Look down between your arms and pull that chin in. Keep holding it, keep resisting. You're almost there. And release. Excellent. So let's go back to that table position. Now we have the left leg coming up. So our wrists coming right under our shoulders, and lift that left leg up, 90-degree angle. Keeping tension on your band. Heel comes up towards the ceiling, and you don't want to do the move haphazardly. So you want to be squeezing your right and left butt cheek as you come up. You're also working your right glutes, just kneeling, but I want you to focus on contracting the left. So let's check our form, your gaze. You're looking between your thumbs. You're working those muscles in the back of the neck. And we're mindful of our abdominal muscles, that we're not just letting our belly droop and arching our low back. Spread out your fingers. My bum's just burning. I hope you guys are feeling it too. We're gonna go for 15 more seconds left. Just doing that little extra. Just slightly more than a minute here. Keep the elbows soft, 5 seconds left. And release. So you're going back to plank on your knees or your toes. What I want you to do is do a reach forward. Straighten out the arm, tap the floor in front of you, and then switch. All right, so I'm gonna come check you out on this one. Reach forward, ready? Goes now. For 1 minute, with your hand, you're reaching forward. Extend your arms straight, keeping that bum down. Looks good. You're on your forearms or your hands, whatever you prefer. Same thing, it's whatever you're more comfortable with. Great job. Reminding you not to lock the elbow. Your gaze is between your forearms or hands. Work the muscles in the back of the neck. Don't let that head drop down. Happens enough throughout the day with our phones. Let's work on strengthening those muscles. Nice job. Breathe, breathe, breathe. 15 seconds left to make the minute. The last 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release down. Here's your last exercise. You're lifting your bum off the ground. We still have the band. Bum off the ground. What? You're lifting your legs off the ground. We still have our band. We're gonna lift the shoulder blades off the ground as well, and the head and hands off the ground. And then we're just gonna open and close the legs for a minute. Doing whatever you can, take breaks when you need to. Ready? Lift everything up, let's go. Open and close the legs, resisting against the band. Your hands wanna be off the ground, your head and your chest. So everything's held up. You're working your rectus spinae, your back muscles, strengthening your back muscles. We're also getting our bum. And by opening and closing the legs, we're getting our outer hips, outer glutes. Nice and slow and controlled with this. Take breaks when you want to. 30 seconds left. Finishing it off here. Tuck that chin in. Open the legs nice and wide. You got 5 seconds. Last 2. Last 1. Nice job, folks. Legs down, upper body down. Push yourself back to a child's pose. Stretch out that low back, arms extended in front of you, and just kind of move, shift from side to side. Just loosening up that low back. I'm going to bring you up to a table position, and let's just loosen up the spine with a cat-cow. So for the next 30 seconds, rounding and arching the spine. Take your time with it. Breathe. And we're gonna relax to neutral spine. Help yourself up to a kneeling position. Lift your arms over your head, stretch out your abdominal muscles. So you wanna grab onto your right wrist and just tilt over to the left. Grab onto the left wrist, tilt right. So the weather is fantastic today. Ski conditions are amazing for cross country, snowshoeing, anything. This would be very well paired up with an outdoor workout. Hands behind the head, behind the head, behind the back. I need to have a coffee. And then just place the hands on the low back and just press your hips forward, lean back a little bit, just as far as you're comfortable. And release, you are done. Thanks for joining, everyone. I will see you tomorrow. Way to get up, way to get into that habit. Nice job. Get outside and enjoy the weather.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.